YouTubers, this is your boy Amari Points here, bringing you the latest movie review. Today I'm doing my newest movie review on Wicked, and it's a Wizard of Oz prequel, as most of you seen the musical for it. It tells the story of Glinda the Good Witch, played by Ariana Grande, and Elphaba, played by Cynthia Evera. So at first, when I saw the trailers for this movie, I thought I wasn't gonna like it. But as I went to see it today, and I was blown away by this movie. I loved it. It was a perfect live action adaptation of the animated of the musical itself. Sorry, I can't talk. Of the musical itself, and this is definitely worth checking out. And I have to say this: every single cast member lived up to their role, and anyone who's seen the musical will definitely want to go see this movie. For sure, you want to go see it. Let's move on to the positives and negatives. First off are the positives. The music in this movie was perfect, spot on. I didn't have no problems with it. It definitely fit the movie well. And considering that, again, this is a live action adaptation of the musical itself, and this is only part one. We're getting part two next year, and that's going to be really huge because I can't wait to see that, and it's going to be really, really good. I can say that much. I really can. And also, all the music itself had me singing in my seat, and everyone in my theater was kind of like singing to themselves too. It was just spot on. It was just spot on. Very spot on. I know there were a few people in my theater were just singing to the tunes, and there was one song at the near ending called Defying Gravity. Defying Gravity. Cynthia nailed that song as the Wicked Witch. As most of you already seen in the trailer, you heard her singing in the trailer, and I can say this, you were honestly going to be blown away by it. Another positive of this movie is the cast themselves. They made the perfect choice in casting Ariana Grande as Glinda and Cynthia Evera as Elphaba. We seen Ariana Grande work on so many shows like Victorious, Sam and Cat, and now she's a pop star now. But it's nice to see her coming back to the acting world and seeing her heart out with this iconic character that we all know and love. And what I can say about this is that she was made to play Glinda. She really was. And Ariana, if you watch this, amazing job. I loved you as a kid, but now I love you even more as Glinda. You did great. And I can't wait to see you in part two. Cynthia, you as well. You did great. And I can say I'm looking forward to seeing you two in part two next year. I know it's going to be a great movie for sure. And also, Jeff Goldblum is in this movie as the Wizard of Oz himself, as most of you already know. You give this guy any role in any movie, he is gonna nail it. I can say that for sure. He can nail any role he's given. He really is an iconic actor that everyone will love. And also Michelle Yeoh, as is in this movie too, and she is great. She is great as well. We've seen her in Shang-Chi, the Minions 2, and many other projects. She nails her role as well. She nails her role as well. They made the perfect casting choices when it came to this movie. They made sure everyone was going to fit their roles really well and making sure that everyone was going to live up to the hype. Another positive is, well, the story itself. It definitely is a perfect adaptation to the musical. And what I can say about this, you will be invested in this story. Everyone who's seen the musical will definitely get invested in the live action movie itself too. I I was really invested. Even though I didn't see the musical, don't hate me for it, guys. I still loved how it told the story of both two friends, and how they started out. That's definitely a movie you really want to go see. I can say that much. You will for sure get invested in this story. I can promise you that if you're a fan of the musical, you will love this live action adaptation of it. I sure as heck did. And that's it for my positives, guys. On to the negatives. One of the negatives I have is the CGI wasn't all that good. I kind of really wasn't really invested in how the CGI was. It usually Some of the CGI in most past movies I've seen weren't really that good. We're good. We're good. But this one here, mm-mm. the animals the animals in this movie didn't really make me feel live like. It wasn't good. It wasn't enjoyable. It wasn't entertaining. I wish they could work on the CGI more in this movie. The CGI more in this movie, because if they did that, it would be more enjoyable. But the rest of the movie is good. It was the CGI. It was the CGI itself. That was the only problem I had. And that's it for my positives and negatives. On to my rant. Wicked itself Wicked itself is a perfect adaptation in the musical, as I said before. This was sorry. This was for sure worth my money. I was happy that I saw it. I really couldn't look away from this movie, not even once. Ariana and Cynthia were great as Glinda and Elphaba. They both really lived up to their roles, along with the rest of the cast themselves. Also, while you're watching this movie, definitely keep an eye out, because there are some special cameos in this movie that I cannot tell you. I promise, I will not spoil it for you guys. You have to see the movie yourself and see what cameos I am talking about. Because when I saw the cameos, I was surprised. I was blown away by them. I was blown away by the cameos. I really was. But the rest of the movie itself, it was enjoyable. As I said before, everyone in my theater was singing in their seats, and they were clapping. They were really clapping. They were really clapping to this movie. It was fun. It was that good. And again, Cynthia and Ariana, they got some pipes on them. They legit were meant for this role, for the roles of Glinda and the Wicked Witch of the West, aka Elphaba. And I'm looking forward to seeing them come back in part 2 next year. That's just saying, you are really going to honestly see what happens in part 2 and what all goes down as well. I was really, really, I was really intrigued. At first, when I saw the trailers for this movie, as I said before, I thought I wasn't gonna like it. But as soon as I got in my theater and watched it, I was invested from start to finish. This is worth the 2 hours, guys. Trust me, worth it. I was really happy seeing this movie, and I can tell you this: if you want to see Wicked the musical too, if you're a fan of the musical, then go see this movie as well. You are gonna really be invested, and you're gonna love this movie. And that's it for my rant, guys. On to the rating. I give Wicked Part 1 a solid A+. A solid A+, guys. because it was fun, it was enjoyable. Universal really knew what they were doing with this movie. They really know what they were doing with this movie. I can say that. I can say that much. You really, you really were invested in, you really can tell that everyone was really invested in their roles. And the story itself was really good, along with the music numbers in this movie. I was so happy. I was singing through some of the songs, including Popular sung by Ariana Grande. I was just singing to myself while not interrupting the moviegoers in the theaters. It was that good of a song. And along with Defying Gravity, Defying Gravity by Cynthia, that was the good song of all time. And as for the rest of the movie, it was all fantastic. You are all gonna not regret seeing this movie. It is a perfect adaptation to the musical itself, and you are really gonna be very excited when you do see it. When you do see it, I can promise you that much. When you see this movie, you are gonna be more pumped for part two next year. I know I'm ready for it, and I'm really excited to see Ariana and Cynthia come back as these iconic characters from The Wizard of Oz. That is a fact. And that's it for my movie review, guys. Don't forget to like, comment down below on what you guys thought of Wicked. Subscribe and share with everyone you know. And press the little notification bell at the bottom of my video to get notified when my next movie review is going to be. I will see you guys soon. Take care and God bless. Peace.